Sagittarius, my dear, today there is something unusual surrounding your energy. A soft breeze, a tightness rising in your chest, as if someone from the other side is quietly trying to call your name. And I say this with the deepest respect. The spirit of your departed father is reaching out to you, because there is a message too important, too urgent, for him to wait even one more second. In the next 30 seconds, I promise you this: you will understand why your heart has been aching these past days. You will understand what your father has been trying to send you, and why the universe brought you to this video in this exact moment. If these words stir something within you, even just a little, hit like, subscribe, and write, "Father, I am ready to receive your message." It's not just engagement. It is the bridge that allows the energy between two worlds to open. And now, come with me to the next part, where the truth is waiting for you. There are moments in life when we stand in front of questions so big, so heavy, that just thinking about them makes our chest tighten. Questions we don't want to face, but somehow cannot escape. Questions that rise from the deepest layers of the soul, what science calls the subconscious, and astrology calls the voice of destiny. And when I read through all the questions this video asks, I realized something. These are not ordinary questions. They are mirrors, each one reflecting a wound, a hope, a dream you haven't dared to name in a long time. And that is why we get scared. But fear has never been the enemy. Fear is only a signal that a doorway is opening. Why will the next 72 hours bring a major shift? This question carries its own weight. It reminds us that life does not move in straight lines. There are turning points that were written long before you arrived, waiting for the moment you become strong enough to walk toward them. And I believe after years of studying people and human behavior, that when someone hears a message about 72 hours, what they truly feel isn't the number. It's the quiet intuition that something is coming, something they can no longer postpone. I've seen so many people standing at the edge of transformation without realizing it. Yet when they look back, they all say the same thing. In that moment, I felt something changing inside me. Transformation never comes from the outside. It begins with the maturity growing within. And if you're watching this, you may already be standing at that turning point. What will happen if you don't act in time? A simple question, yet sharp like the arrow of Sagittarius. This question isn't here to frighten you. It's here to awaken your responsibility toward your own future. Life isn't shaped by destiny alone. Life is shaped by the choices we make at the exact moment destiny calls. Some people miss their opportunity simply because they say, "I'll deal with it tomorrow." But the universe does not operate on the human calendar. And then comes the final question about the future. Is this a destined opportunity, or will it slip away forever? I cannot answer that for you. But I can tell you this: true opportunities never knock softly. They knock through signs, through intuition, through the vibration you feel right now. And if you can sense that, right below the video, I am ready to receive my new chapter. This is your way of telling the universe that you are truly awakening. And this is only the beginning. Because an even deeper question is waiting for you in the next part. Among all the questions in this video, the questions about love are the ones that make people fall silent the longest. Because love touches a place inside us that logic cannot reach. Who is the person returning to your life? A question carrying both memory and longing. Science calls it emotional memory. Astrology calls it a soul connection. I believe this. Not everyone who enters our life leaves a mark. But some people, even if they stay only a short time, leave a space that time can never fill. Those are the people your soul keeps turning toward. Why can't they forget you? Perhaps you've asked yourself this before, and you deserve the answer. Some connections are not based on logic. They are based on frequency. And once two souls have touched, nothing can silence that recognition forever. As Brian Weiss said, souls who have met in many lifetimes often recognize each other through a longing with no explanation. Maybe they left. Maybe both of you hurt each other. But the heart always knows its way home. Do you still love them? Or are you afraid of them? A question that presses on the chest. Because sometimes we love someone so much, the pain becomes indistinguishable from fear. Sometimes we want them close, yet the connection is so deep we push them away just to breathe. Let me share a personal belief. Love never weakens us. Fear inside love is what breaks us down. And if fear still remains inside you, remember gently, fear is simply a wound asking to be healed. Let this question open a doorway for you, because in the next part, we will walk deeper into the true reason behind the walls you have built around your heart. If you notice, the questions about fear in this video are not here to confuse you. They are here to guide you toward the place you've been avoiding. What made you build walls against love? I believe none of us were born with walls. Every wall was built from experience, from a painful sentence, from a cold look, from being abandoned, without explanation. If your walls are thick, it does not mean you are weak. It means you have lived, you have loved, you have lost, and you are still standing here. But you cannot hold your pain like armor forever. There comes a moment when you must set, just long enough for the light to finally touch you. Is your old pain blinding you? A question as gentle as the wind, yet sharp as a blade. Because pain has a strange talent. It can blur the future in ways we often forget. I've met people who couldn't see new love, not because love wasn't coming, but because they kept looking through the lens of their past. They held on to old stories and unconsciously rewrote the ending of every new one. If that's you, breathe. You're not wrong. You're simply not healed yet. Are you letting fear control your future? Let me share one of the deepest lessons I've ever learned. Fear doesn't destroy your future. It only pushes you back toward the road you once walked away from. Every action born from fear leads you to the old. Only actions born from the heart open doors to the new. If this resonates with you, right below. I choose to act from the 5. Heart. That is the first step toward taking power back from fear. In astrology, there are moments when the soul steps into a new chapter. And these questions are the signs that you're standing at one of those crossroads. Do you recognize the signs the universe is sending you? Not everyone sees them. Not every sign is obvious. But if you've begun to notice, if you're hearing these words, you are ready. The signals of the universe are not magic. They are reflections of your inner intuition growing stronger. Do you believe you deserve real love? A question that makes millions of people pause and swallow their breath. Because hearing it is easy. Believing it is not. Many people are not lacking love. They're lacking belief in themselves. I want you to remember this. You do not need to be perfect to be deeply loved. You only need to show up as your true self. Destiny is calling. Will you answer? A question like a knock on the door, soft but impossible to ignore. Everyone reaches a moment in life when the world asks, will you take the next step? In the next part, we will go deeper into the signals of destiny, the signs the universe is using to guide you toward a completely new chapter, a chapter your heart has been waiting for a very long time. If you want to keep walking with me, stay. Don't leave. Because what you're about to hear may change the way you see yourself. There are wounds we think we've forgotten. Yet all it takes is a soft breeze to bring them all back. Not to punish us, but to remind us that the healing there is not done. On your path, the past is not just memory. It is layers of emotion your soul still carries, even after all the times you tried to put them down. How many times have you asked yourself, why does a betrayal hurt for so long? Because betrayal is not just losing someone. It's losing the part of you that believed you were worthy of being loved gently. When someone hurts you, you don't just hurt because of them. You hurt because you believed you deserved something kinder. But the wound whispers in your ear, no, you're not worthy. And that whisper follows you like an invisible curse. That is why the 10 of Swords appears. The feeling of being stabbed in the back 10 times is not just the feeling of betrayal, it's the feeling that the whole world has turned against you. No one understands you. No one stands with you. No one protects you. And with every stab, you blame yourself. I should have seen it coming. I shouldn't have loved that much. I shouldn't have opened my heart. But the truth is, you weren't wrong. You simply loved with a sincere, honest heart. And sincere hearts are always the easiest to wound. Maybe that's why you once believed that you were unlovable or undeserving of happiness. But listen, no one is born unlovable. You simply gave love to the wrong place, at the wrong time, to the wrong person. It wasn't your fault. It was a soul lesson, a painful one but necessary, to help you finally understand the true value of hands that know how to offer love. Many people fear the tower. They fear collapse. They fear losing things they thought were solid forever. But the tower does not come to destroy you. The tower comes to free you from what you no longer dare to leave. Maybe you stayed in a relationship that no longer nourished you. Maybe you lived in an environment that made you smaller each day. Maybe you sacrificed yourself to hold on to something that, deep down, no longer felt like home. The tower arrives when your soul is too exhausted to walk away on its own. The world collapses not to punish you, but to clear your path. It is a storm, loud, harsh, unforgiving. But afterward, the sky is always clearer. The wind is always calmer. Your heart always lighter. Collapse is necessary. Without it, you would never let go of what was slowly drying out your soul. Some things must break so you can become yourself again. Some endings must arrive so you can find the part of you you once lost. Some spaces must open so new love can finally enter. The tower is not a destroyer. The tower is the one who frees you from invisible chains. Do you remember the nights when you couldn't sleep? The nights your chest felt like stone? Your heart like it was being squeezed tight? The nights you sat up and whispered, "Where did everything go wrong?" Those nights were not meaningless. They were the moments your soul was trying to release the memories it buried. Every tear you shed was a piece of old emotion falling away from your heart. Every time you blamed yourself, it was actually the most wounded part of you begging to be heard. You are not weak. You are healing. And healing has never been a peaceful process. There is a special kind of pain. It doesn't make you cry. It doesn't break you down. It eats you slowly from the inside. Its name is, "I'm used to the pain." When you've been hurt long enough, you start believing that this feeling is normal. You shut down your reactions. You stop hoping. You accept things you never deserved. You convince yourself that happiness isn't meant for you. You believe that every love ends in pain, so you'd rather not love again. But listen, being used to pain is not living. It is your heart shrinking itself to survive. And your soul, the soul of a brave Sagittarius, was never made for shrinking. You were born to expand, to move, to walk through darkness and return to the light. Don't let "I'm used to pain" become your home, because that is not home. It is only a resting place on a much bigger journey that you truly deserve. All the stories about pain, collapse, betrayal, fear, they are not meant for you to hold on to. They are meant to help you understand one thing. You did not go through all of that to break. You went through it to prepare for your own return. If any part of your heart feels touched by this, even a little, write softly in the comments, "I am ready to heal." That is the first sign of a soul awakening. And now, come with me to the place where we will talk about the mechanism of soul rebirth and why, after all the pain you have carried, the most beautiful chapter of your life is waiting for you. There are stretches in life where every choice, even the smallest, can change the entire trajectory of your future. And sometimes, the scariest thing is not choosing wrong, but not choosing at all. It is that silence, that freezing, that causes us to lose the most sacred things. In the first video, the warnings are not meant to frighten you. They are meant to awaken you. Just like a light at the end of a long road, reminding you to pay attention to your next step. Let's walk slowly, gently, and feel every sentence like a soft reminder from the universe. This line is not meant to scare you. It feels more like the gaze of someone who has lived deeply, looking into your life and whispering, "My child, there are doors that, once closed, will never open again." There are opportunities born from the vibration you carry in this exact moment. If your heart shrinks, if fear becomes too big, if you refuse to listen, that opportunity does not disappear forever, but it shifts and moves toward another soul who is more ready. When the heart closes, love does not disappear. It simply cannot find its way in anymore. Place your hand over your chest and feel your heartbeat. Your heart is still alive, still calling, still longing to love one more time. Do not lock it away because of what someone else did to you. Doubt is not the enemy. Doubt is just the child inside you trembling, whispering, "I'm afraid to hurt again." But if you let fear lead the way, you will pay with what was meant to be yours. Destiny cannot be taken from you, but you can break it with your own hands. A message you never reply to, a glance you avoid, an opportunity you reject because you don't believe you deserve it. These things tell the universe that you are not ready. And the universe will respect that. Your past person is not returning to hurt you again. They are returning because somewhere in the energy field between you and them, there is a cord that has not been completed. If you respond with coldness immediately, you cut that cord yourself. And sometimes, one cold moment is enough to close a beautiful door destiny has been preparing for you for a very long time. Give yourself and them a little warmth. Just a little. Enough for two souls to have space to speak again. The third party, the Three of Swords, does not only represent someone who came between you two, it represents division, lies, manipulation, misunderstandings stretched too far. Maybe you once blamed yourself. If only I were better, everything would be different. But no, you did everything you could. The separation between you and them was not because of you. Not because of them, but because of an energy that did not belong to either of you. The video says clearly, this time, the truth will surface. No more hiding, no more shadows, no more blurred lines. All you need to do is open your heart enough to listen. And when you do, you will understand. You did not lose because you were unlovable. You only lost each other temporarily because of lies you never knew existed. When the truth comes out, your soul will finally be freed from the weight you carried for far too long. The Wheel of Fortune does not appear often. When this card turns toward you, it means destiny is opening a completely new path, one you have waited for a very long time. But fear has a way of making us step back from exactly what we need most. Fear whispers, don't trust, don't move forward, don't love again. Fear makes you live as a smaller version of yourself. The Wheel of Fortune says the opposite. Here it is. The moment has come. Do not stand still. If you listen to fear, the wheel will turn, and it will move away from you. Not because you're unworthy, but because you chose not to step onto the wheel. The window of destiny is something only sensitive souls can truly feel. It's like a gentle breeze that passes very quickly. If you don't reach for it, it slips away. Not because the universe is strict, but because everything in the universe moves according to its rhythm. Opportunities arrive at the right moment and leave at the right moment. A message, a chance encounter, a sudden stirring in your chest for no clear reason, a dream that feels like a sign. All of these are destiny's windows. If you ignore them, you will never know what was waiting behind that door. If you reach too late, the door will close. Don't worry. You don't need to rush. You only need to be awake enough to recognize the moment and brave enough to step through it. These warnings are not given to make you fear the future. They are sent so you can understand one thing. You are standing at a very important threshold. One step could change everything. One choice could rewrite the entire story. One moment of opening your heart could lead you back to the place your soul once belonged. If these words are touching something inside you, write softly in the comments, "I will not let fear decide for me." And now, we step into the place where we talk about the secrets the universe is about to reveal and why the new chapter you're entering is more special than you realize. There are truths that the universe did not hide from you. It was your own heart that was not yet strong enough to face them at that time. Because sometimes, to understand why things happened the way they did, you must become softer, wiser, and listen through the ears of your soul, not the ears of a wounded ego. Today, by choosing to walk with me to this point, you have already shown that you're ready to open the door to the secrets the universe has kept for you for so long. We will go slowly, so each sentence can seep into your heart like the soft light of an early morning. The video reveals that this person is not returning as the old, broken, immature version of their past self. They are returning as someone new. In every human journey, there are pains a person must walk through alone. No one sees it, no one knows, no one holds them, and so it was for them. They are not coming back to repeat the old cycle. They are coming back because they have seen clearly the mistakes they made. They have healed the parts they once left for you to carry. They have faced their own darkness, something they didn't have the courage to do before. Maybe they had difficult conversations with themselves. Maybe they experienced losses similar to yours. Maybe the universe placed them in situations that forced them to see the truth of their own heart. And once they saw it, they could no longer turn away. Love does not disappear when two people part. Love only becomes silent, but it never dies. There were nights they missed you, missed your laugh, missed the way you looked at them as if they were worthy of love. Missed the safety you made them feel, a safety they could not find with anyone else. Time did not make them forget. Time only made two words clearer: karmic threads, soul contracts. They carry a kind of regret they never dared to express. They remember the times they made you sad. They remember the words they spoke in anger. They remember the moments they chose to walk away instead of staying and explaining. Regret is the hardest thing to admit, but it is also the strongest sign of growth. You once believed you were the only one hurting, but no, both of you hurt. just in different ways. They hurt because they lost you. You hurt because you were left behind. But pain is the bridge between two souls. It does not divide. It prepares them to meet again in their better selves. They are not coming back to beg for a chance. They are coming back because they finally understand you were home. In the video, the presence of a die and enter video, third party appears like a shadow standing between the two of you. Not the shadow of destiny, but the shadow of human jealousy. Someone out of envy, selfishness, or simply because they could not handle your light interfered. And the painful truth is, you once trusted them. You trusted their words, trusted the image they created, trusted the fears they put into your heart that were never yours to begin with. Jealousy is the most destructive energy. It makes people do things even they cannot understand. It makes them want to pull you down simply because they cannot handle your happiness. You were not wrong to trust them. You were simply too pure to imagine that someone could be jealous of your love. Maybe they spoke badly about you. Maybe they lied about the person you loved. Maybe they planted fears in you that never existed before. Maybe they said things that made your trust tremble. Manipulation always begins with small whispers, but its consequences are powerful enough to break a heart. You were not only hurt by the one you loved, but by the betrayal of those around you. The universe never protects darkness. Even when truth is covered by lies, light will always win in the end. Justice does not come to punish. Justice comes to put everything back into its rightful place. You will know who was genuine. You will know who worked against you. You will know what truly happened on the day everything fell apart. Truth may not heal everything overnight, but it frees your heart from the questions you carried for far too long. These secrets are not revealed so you can hold resentment. They are revealed so you can finally understand this truth. You did not lose each other because the love was gone. You lost each other because of things that were never meant to belong to the two of you. What matters now is not whose fault it was, but that you are being offered the chance to begin again, this time with truth, maturity, and awakening. If you are ready to continue, write softly in the comments, "I open my heart to the truth." We are stepping into a very thin passage, a place where the line between coincidence and destiny almost disappears. And you, my dear Sagittarius, are touching a moment that both you and this person have been unconsciously moving toward for a very, very long time. Take a slow breath and allow your heart to open just a little more, because what I'm about to say may make your soul tremble, as if someone just whispered your true name. This is not guessing. This is not wishful comfort. This is a form of energetic premonition, something sensitive souls often feel through intuition rather than logic. Within the next 48 hours, you will receive a signal from this person. It may appear as an unexpected message after a long silence, a story or post that startles you because it mirrors an old memory, a mutual friend casually mentioning their name right at the moment you're thinking of them, or simply a song, a movie, a familiar place that brings their image back so sharply your chest tightens for a second. This is not random. This is synchronicity, intentional coincidence, the clearest sign that your two souls are re-entering each other's frequency. Carl Jung said it best. Synchronicity is an ever-present reality for those who have eyes to see. Meaningful coincidences are always there. You just have to be awake to recognize them. And you've already begun to see them, haven't you? The next 72 hours carry an energy so strong it can shift the path for both of you. The combination of death, the lovers, Two of Cups, the sun never appears together unless a major soul transition is happening. These 72 hours feel like a powerful doorway opening, a flow of blessings rushing day, an old wound finally stitching itself closed, a soul cycle completing. You may notice your mood shifting rapidly, your intuition becoming sharper than usual, your body feeling more sensitive to energy, your dreams becoming vivid and symbolic, old memories surfacing out of nowhere. These are signs of frequency, recalibration, your soul adjusting itself to receive the right person at the right time. Don't panic. Don't resist. Let the energy move through you. It's not here to break you. It's here to reshape your future. The universe never works in chaos. Every event carries a quiet precision. The video describes your reunion as a moment that looks accidental on the surface. Bumping into each other, entering the same cafe, noticing each other at an event, or simply a text that grows into a long conversation, and eventually, a meeting. But you already know, nothing is accidental in the world of love. Souls. When both people have learned their lessons, healed their past, and vibrate on the right frequency again, the universe arranges the meeting in the most gentle, beautiful, synchronistic way. As spiritual analyst Greg Braden said, "The universe is precise. Nothing is random. Everything is orchestrated. You are stepping into a moment that has been orchestrated for you." There are things you never dared to ask. There are things they never dared to say. There are truths buried under fear, ego, and the influence of a third party. But this time, no more running. No more silence. No more avoidance. In this conversation, you will hear why they left, why they stayed silent, why the misunderstandings grew so big, and why they still haven't loved anyone the way they loved you, and you will finally say what you once kept locked inside, the pain you carried, the feeling of being abandoned, the nights you cried alone, and the truth that you never fully forgot them. You will realize you didn't lose each other because love ended. You lost each other because neither of you was ready yet. This conversation is the key that opens the new chapter, the chapter with no more doubts, no more shadows from the past, no more manipulation from a third party. The universe has intervened. Toxic people are being removed from your path. Misunderstandings are being exposed. Old pain is being released. Old fears are dissolving. And the lessons have been completed. It is as if the universe is saying, now you are finally strong enough to receive the love your soul always deserved. The energy of judgment, the star, Ace of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, is not ordinary energy. This is the energy of rebirth, healing, reunion, sacred beginnings. The universe opens its window of destiny for only a short time. When it opens, souls with past life contracts are pulled back toward each other. You know this. You can feel this. If not, you would not still be here, reading these final lines. If your heart is trembling, if something inside you feels strangely right, if your soul feels like it is being called, then this is the clearest sign that you are walking into the destined chapter of your life. Right to activate this energy. I am ready to step into my soul's new chapter. There are lessons the universe delivers not through words, but through experiences, through cracks we were forced to walk through. Only when the heart has endured enough nights, enough storms, enough collapses, do we finally realize everything came not to break us, but to free us. Today, the soul lessons in this video are not merely teachings. They are gentle reminders, whispers your soul has known for a long time, but never dared to name. Let me speak slowly, so you can. Feel every layer, every rhythm, every message sinking deeper into your heart. You may not realize this, but most of the fear you carry is not fear of the present. It is fear stored from your old stories, from loving the wrong person, trusting at the wrong time, giving your heart to the wrong place, and receiving silence in return. Then you learned to build walls. You learned to pretend strength. You told yourself, I'm fine. But only you know deep down you're still afraid to love again. Yet no one can walk through a new door while holding the old key tightly in their hand. No one can receive new love with a heart that hasn't been given room to expand. Letting go is not forgetting. Letting go is choosing not to let the past steer your future anymore. And if you are still here, reading these words, then your soul has already begun to let go. Forgiveness is not a gift you give to someone else. Forgiveness is the gift you give to yourself. Forgiving does not mean they were right. Forgiving simply means, I will no longer let your wound become my chain. When you forgive, you don't erase the past. You simply take back the authority over your own heart. And only when your heart is freed from resentment does it have room for real love to enter. Forgiveness is the way your soul returns to freedom. Not everyone receives a second chance. Not every relationship finds its way back. Not every pair of souls meets again after a painful separation. But the connection between you and this person was never random. It is a cycle that was never completed, a lesson that was left half-written, a love story interrupted by fear, not by the absence of love. When the universe brings this person back into your life, it is not a test. It is an opportunity to begin again, not from pain, but from maturity, to love in a way that neither of you was emotionally ready for in the past. This second chance isn't here to reopen old wounds. It is here so you can close the chapter with light, not with tears. Love does not come to bind you. Love comes to show you that you can rise even higher when someone walks beside you. True love does not ask you to shrink. True love expands you. It doesn't limit your dreams, it gives them wings. Whatever suffocated you in the past was not love. It was immaturity wearing the mask of emotion. Real love is attachment without control, closeness without confinement, walking together without losing yourself, being connected without dissolving your identity. When you meet someone who is truly right for you, you don't fear losing your freedom. You feel freer than ever. The magician appears not to tell you that you're lucky. The magician appears to remind you you have the power to create your life. The pain you survived, that was your metal being forged. The lessons you learned, those are your spells. Your intuition growing stronger, that is, your compass. You are no longer someone dragged by circumstances. You are the one choosing the direction, choosing the action, choosing to love, choosing to open, choosing to walk through fear. The magician places the wand in your hand and whispers, "You are not a victim. You are a creator." And once you believe that, your life begins to shift exactly the way you desire. You have walked through enough darkness to finally recognize the light. You have endured enough heartbreak to appreciate the value of a hand that holds you firmly. You have lived long enough in fear to understand that you deserve love that is deeper, truer, and infinitely more gentle. If these words touch something deep within you, write softly in the comments, "I choose light for my journey." There are things you never speak aloud. There are fears you hide behind a brave smile. And there are empty spaces you never let anyone enter. But these silent places are the ones that decide how you love, how you trust, and how you allow happiness to flow into your life. Today, I want to guide you gently to look at yourself again. Not to blame, not to analyze, but to realize this truth. You are not broken. You are simply carrying wounds that are asking to be understood and held with softness. Sagittarius is a sign of freedom, and that is true. You are strong, intelligent, capable of standing on your own feet. But somewhere along your journey of strength, you began to mistake independence for isolation. You began to use solitude as armor. You told yourself, "I'm fine on my own," but your heart whispers something else. "I wish someone would stay." You fear letting people see your vulnerability. You fear letting someone in only for them to leave again. So you closed the door, not because you don't want love, but because the fear of abandonment sits quietly in a corner of your soul. But independence does not mean being alone. Independence means you are strong enough to stand, and wise enough to let someone hold your hand when your heart needs comfort. You were not born to live a life of emotional exile. You were born to experience connection, real connection. After your past wounds, you learned a painful lesson, a lesson that wasn't true. The safest thing is to not love again. So you built walls, thick, tall, windowless walls. You thought, "If I don't let anyone in, no one can hurt me." But you didn't realize that the wall also blocks the light, the warmth, the tenderness your soul has been craving. You locked your heart in a place where no one could reach it. But here's what you forgot. When a heart stays locked too long, it forgets how to receive love even when love stands right at the door. You weren't wrong to protect yourself. You simply misunderstood something. Love is not dangerous. The wrong people are. True love is the safest harbor your soul has been waiting for. This is the hardest truth. but also the most honest one. You're not afraid of the future. You're only afraid the future will repeat the past. You're not afraid of love. You're afraid of being hurt the way you were before. You're not afraid of a new person. You're afraid of those late-night moments, lying alone, with a heart hurting so much you can barely breathe the way it once happened. Old wounds taught you a habit without you noticing. Every time happiness walks toward you, you step back. Every time someone cares, you become guarded. Every time love approaches, you whisper to yourself, "Don't trust too quickly." But remember this: old pain is not a prophecy for your future. It's just a chapter that has already closed. You're no longer the person you once were. And the person coming back to you now is not the same version they used to be either. Happiness doesn't come to remind you of the hurt. Happiness comes to soothe it. Deep inside, you've been carrying an unconscious belief that you're somehow not enough to be loved fully. Maybe you learned that from family, maybe from unhealthy relationships, maybe from your own mistakes. But the truth is simple. You have always been worthy from the moment you were born. You deserve a love that never makes you question your value, someone who doesn't walk away when you're vulnerable, a connection that doesn't require you to prove yourself, an embrace safe enough for your heart to finally breathe. You don't need to be perfect to be loved. You only need to be real, and that is the most beautiful thing about you. The person returning to your life sees something you haven't realized yet. Your heart didn't become less beautiful just because it was once wounded. You were never wrong. You're simply carrying layers of protection built from old days and old hurts. And the moment you begin to look inward, just like you're doing right now, that is the clearest sign you're opening the door to a love that is healthier, safer, and finally worthy of you. If these words touch your heart, write in the comments, "I allow my heart to be free." In every tarot reading, the cards don't just reveal the future. They reflect the deepest parts of your soul, the parts you forgot, the parts you denied, the parts you were afraid to face. In this moment, I want to walk you through each symbol as if you are holding a sacred mirror in your hands, a mirror showing you your own journey of love, pain, growth, and awakening. Let's go slowly, so every card can whisper something meant only for you. Death. Death is not fear. Death is release. It's the moment your soul says, "You cannot keep living the same way anymore." This is the shedding of old habits, old relationships, old beliefs. Death opens a door, and when you step through it, you step into a new version of yourself. The Lovers, this is not just romance. This is the reunion of two souls separated only because they had lessons to learn. It's the moment your heart remembers what it always knew. This love has never truly ended. Two of Cups, a rare harmony. A bond built on balance, two souls looking into each other's eyes and seeing themselves reflected back. The Tower. The shock you once thought was the worst thing that ever happened. But it wasn't destruction, it was protection. It shattered what never belonged to you. It cleared the path for real love to walk in. 10 of Swords. The card of the suffocating ending. You felt stabbed in the back 10 times, each one a memory you never wanted to revisit. But the Ten of Swords also says, the night is over, the sunrise is coming. Ace of Cups, a gift from the universe. Love without wounds, love without old debts. A gentle, overflowing, healing kind of love. The sun clarity, warmth, a future without fog. The reminder that you are finally moving toward light. The High Priestess. You know who's returning. You know the feeling is real. You know you're being called. Your intuition is your soul whispering. The Hermit. A mirror of your inner retreat. You went inward to protect yourself. But to love, you must step outside again. Wheel of Fortune. The golden moment. A turning point of destiny. A rare window that, if missed, will not open in the same way again. Five of Cups. Regret you carried for too long. And the regret they carried too. Two souls haunted by a past that never found peace. Justice. The truth comes to light. The person who sabotaged you, the one who planted doubt between you and your person, their actions will be revealed, not through revenge, but through the quiet, undeniable light of truth. Three of Swords. Interference, jealousy, manipulation. The pain you once felt because you didn't understand will finally become clear. Strength. You don't need strength to fight someone else. You need strength to face the fear living inside you. That is the truest kind of power. King of Cups. This person isn't returning to test you. They're returning because they have changed. They understand what they lost. They finally know how to love the right way. Six of Cups. You never truly forgot them, and they never forgot you. Five of Pentacles. You once felt abandoned, ignored, left out in the cold. But that was only a temporary chapter in your story. Knight of Cups. This person is coming toward you. They bring a heart. They bring an apology. They bring a true desire to begin again. Eight of Swords, Nine of Pentacles. You've built a stable, independent life. But independence doesn't mean you must be alone. Two of Pentacles. You don't have to sacrifice freedom to love. The right love will give you both. To be loved and to be yourself. Seven of Cups. When the opportunity arrives, your mind may become confused. You'll question. You'll hesitate. You'll feel fear. But fear is not the truth. Your intuition is. Four of Cups. You might be so focused on old pain that you don't see the gift right in front of you. Don't let your soul fall asleep. The star you thought you no longer believed in love. But the star says something different. Your soul is being lit up again. The Magician. You're not being thrown around by fate. You're the one writing your own future. The Magician places the power back in your hands. You choose, and the universe responds. You see now, don't you? This entire journey isn't a random story. It's a mosaic, each card fitting together to tell the story of you. A story of loss, awakening, and rebirth in love. If every card feels like it has spoken to your heart, activate the energy by commenting, "I am ready to step into the new chapter of my soul." This card says one thing clearly. You were never tied down by another person. You were tied down by your old memories. And now, at the end of this journey, when the cards have spoken, when your soul has stirred, when your intuition whispers yes, you're probably wondering, what do I do next? Don't worry. I'll guide you gently, safely, humanely. You don't need to do everything at once. Just one step, one breath, and you will see the door of destiny open before you. I know your fear is real. I know the past doesn't disappear easily. I know you've had to stitch your own heart back together more times than you can count. But if you never open that door again, how can the person meant for you ever walk in? Opening your heart doesn't mean rushing into love. Opening your heart simply means giving yourself a chance to be happy. Let your heart open just a little. Watch how the universe sends its light through that small crack. The shield you built once protected you. It kept you safe from memories that hurt too deeply. But now, that same shield is blocking you from receiving a better kind of love. Let yourself put it down. The over-alertness, the constant suspicion, the habit of doubting good things, the instinct to retreat before anyone gets close. No one can hold you if you're still lifting a shield to your chest, and no one can love you through the armor you've wrapped around your soul. In the next 48 hours, there will be a sign, a message, a strange moment. Someone may mention their name. You may dream of them. They may appear on social media right when you're thinking about them. Don't call it coincidence. Call it a message from the soul. Be open. Be ready. The universe doesn't send signs unless your heart is prepared to receive them. Your intuition knows, long before your heart admits it. When you heard this reading, a name flashed in your mind, a face, a familiar pull. Don't deny it. Your intuition is the most accurate compass you have right now. It will guide you even when your mind questions and your fear tries to stop you. Trust that soft, sweet, this feels right feeling. It has never lied to you. Fear is the greatest enemy of love. It whispers, "Don't reply." They will hurt you again. You're not enough. You're imagining things. None of that is truth. Those are just old memories fighting against the future you're meant to have. Remember, fear will always exist, but you don't have to. Obey it. Happiness requires courage, but loneliness only requires one missed chance. No one steps into love with a perfectly healed heart. No one returns without scars. Healing is not a destination. Healing is the journey two souls walk through. With more gentleness, with more maturity, with more honesty, and with a deeper strength in their emotions. You don't need to be perfect to be loved. You only need the courage to say, "I'm trying." Justice appears to tell you this. The truth will rise. The lies will be exposed. The ones who sabotaged you will show their true faces. The misunderstandings will finally be cleared. Wheel of Fortune appears to say, destiny is giving you a rare chance. Not everyone meets the right person again at the right time, but you do. Believe in that. Believe in what your heart is feeling. Believe in the universe because it is arranging everything so you can be happy. If you feel these words are true, if your heart is trembling, if your soul feels called, write this in the comments to activate the frequency of love. I choose love and I affirm my happy destiny. You're not writing it for engagement. You're writing it to tell the universe, I am ready. And now, at the end of this journey, when the cards have spoken, I want you to look back slowly and realize that this entire video has always revolved around 3 destined questions. The 3 questions your soul has been searching for a very long time. You hurt, not because you are weak, but because someone touched the softest part of your heart and let go right when you trusted them the most. The tower appears to show that this collapse wasn't random. It was a lightning strike from the universe destroying a foundation that had been cracked for a long time. 10 of Swords tells you the truth. You weren't hurt once. You were wounded over and over. Repeated damage, repeated betrayal, until your trust broke not only in love, but in yourself. And yes, there was a third party. Someone who stood on the outside, using words, jealousy, and negative energy to break something sacred between you two. That betrayal didn't only fracture your heart, it froze your soul into constant alertness. That is why the pain was so deep. But this is not the end. This is only the darkest chapter before the sun rises. Whether you believe it or not, the energy around you is shifting powerfully. In the next 72 hours, a door will open, a message, a sign, a gentle reminder from the universe. The person you thought you had forgotten will return, not to repeat the old pain, but to complete an unfinished karmic cycle. Justice appears to signal this moment. The truth will be revealed. What you didn't hear before, you will hear now. What caused confusion will be explained. What once separated you will show its true face. This is a moment of karmic cleansing. The moment the wheel of fortune turns back toward you. The moment the universe rearranges everything to guide you back to the emotional path written in your soul's blueprint. This opportunity is real, but it will not stay open forever. It is like a destiny window, a doorway that appears only when you are brave enough to walk through it. You don't have to accept everything at once. You just need to not close the door yourself. Don't let the ghosts of old memories decide your tomorrow. Love only finds those who are willing to walk through their wounds toward the light. The universe has done its part. The rest is in your hands. If your heart is beating faster, if your soul whispers yes, if you know this video didn't find you by accident, write this sacred affirmation to activate your love frequency. I choose love, and I affirm my happy destiny. You are not writing it for interaction. You are sending a clear signal to the universe. I am ready to step into my next chapter.